Hey YouTube, today I'm going to do an update on the ejector rod problem I was having in my Colt Trooper. And before we go any further, I'm going to show you that neither one of these two revolvers that I'm going to use as examples have anything in them, and we are clear to make this video. So, the reason we're making this video today is I'm going to give you another little recap of this. This was originally a Colt Trooper, and this was chambered in 38 Special. And I had this thing restored, and a couple of things that were done to it was we put a larger spur hammer on it, a large spur hammer similar to a Python, and we changed it over to 357 Magnum, and we put a Colt Python barrel on this thing. Had it fitted on there and everything, and these synthetic ivory grips, and had the royal blue finish put on it. So this was originally, when I got it, I don't know if it was originally, but it was a nickel-plated gun, and it was in horrible condition, folks. I mean horrible. It was flaking off and everything, and it had the typical old-style barrel on it where it had the exposed ejector rod on it and everything. And I got it for next to nothing, and I decided to make it into a pretty cool gun. And I have a guy that can duplicate the royal blue finish that Colt did back in this time when they put them on the Pythons. And I also had a spare Colt Python barrel from when I had a Python done for somebody that I know, and it had pretty thin roll marks on it. I wasn't happy with it with that restoration project, but with this one I am happy with it because it makes this gun look super cool. So I'll show you some close-ups. You can barely see the Colt Python 357 Magnum on it. The other side's a little bit better. You can see the roll marks still on them, but the 60s Pythons had a lot thinner roll marks on them, so there's a lot less room for error when you're refinishing them, when you're polishing them. So when we went to put it on this Trooper, there was a lot of fitting that had to be done for this barrel to go on it. So when you fit a barrel on, it actually pushes it in right here. So the forcing cone and the cylinder has a real tight fit here. So as it's pushed in, this underlug here became closer to the frame. And when I got this gun, I went the ejector rod head went missing in the process of all this, and I went to replace it, and I got just a regular, I'm going to show you this other one's not loaded, this is a regular 80s stainless steel, bright stainless Colt Python. So I went and got a regular Python ejector rod head right here. It looked just like this one, only it was in blued. And I put it on that ejector rod, and it was too long and it would not close on the Trooper. So I posted a video about a week ago, was asking for help, had any suggestions. I had a lot of cool people making comments about you can machine this down, or you could just machine the end of the head down. Well, I found a head here, and let me show you up close. A little bit shorter head right here that will fit, and it is for a different type of Colt revolver, and as you can see, it fits perfectly inside there. Now I'm going to show you side by side. I'm going to compare it to a Python ejection rod, and there's a big difference here in the two. If you look at them side by side, the one on the right is the Python, the one on the left is the Trooper, and there is a large difference in the size of it, the size of the head on there. So this is what it took to get this ejection rod to fit in here, and now it is perfect. It's a cool gun, and it is 100% complete now. And I just had this Python here to compare it to. This is a bright stainless one from 1984. This is probably my favorite revolver, and this is what I used to order the original one off of. You know, I compared everything to this, and I just thought it was going to fit, but it didn't, folks. But we got it figured out. We didn't have to do any machining on anything. All we had to do is just find the correct part, and it was a little bit unconventional, this gun. This gun's not going to be something that a really heavy-duty Colt collector is going to like, because it is kind of a Heinz 57 build. It's Got a different hammer, different barrel. Who knows what year it is anymore. Now it's got a different ejector rod head on it. So I'm sure the Colt people will go crazy over it. And it's been refinished. But this finished job is absolutely gorgeous, folks. I'm going to try and move it around here a little bit in the light. But he absolutely knows how to duplicate that Colt Royal Blue, the guy that did this. But anyway, folks, I just want to give you an update, let you know that I did complete the project and I did figure out how to get this ejection rod to fit in underneath there. So anyway, folks, if you have any questions on this whole process we went through, feel free to ask. I will be happy to answer any questions that you have if I'm able to. Thank you very much for watching my video today, and you folks have a great day.